everybody, Ryan here. Alright, gonna go over the games for today, yesterday, January 21st, 2021. Alright, if you are a subscriber, thank you for subscribing. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. Helps the channel out, helps me gets me to a point where I can get more stuff done, more videos done, so please hit that subscribe button. It definitely helps me out. Other than that, also hit the notification bell. That way you get notified when new videos drop. Alright, other than that, let's begin with today's games. Or yesterday's game, sorry. Winnipeg versus Ottawa. Different outcome this time. Winnipeg won 4-1. Alright, scoring began 11:50 into the first period. Nikolai Ehlers scored his second of the year from Andrew Copp and Nathan Beaulieu. Then at 4:22 of the second period, Mark Scheifele's second of the year from Kyle Connor and Nikolai Ehlers. At 7:05, Adam Lowry's second of the year from Trevor Lewis, first point as a Winnipeg Jet, and Derek Forbort. 13:55, Blake Wheeler's second from Mark Scheifele and Kyle Connor. At this point, it's 4-0. Then, at 16 minutes of the third period, we get a scuffle. And Brady Tkachuk and Nathan Beaulieu, they start fighting. Unfortunately, the referees get in the way like usual. I miss the days when the referees would just let them fight. I really do. And not everybody agrees with that. I'm sure lots of people were sad that they even got to throw any punches, even with a referee in the middle. But to me, I miss the old days when they would let them fight because you know what? Let them do what they're going to do. Anyways, off that tangent. But anyways, after that fight ended, they were being escorted to the penalty boxes, and another melee broke out, mostly between Eric Branson and Blake Wheeler. They both got double roughings plus Wheeler's 2-minute high-sticking penalty that started the whole thing. So there's that. Then about a minute 3 later, Chris Tierney scored a shorthanded goal for Nikita Zaitsev and Connor Brown to kill Hellebuck's shutout. That is unfortunate, but it happens. Seems to be happening a lot this year, actually, now I look at it. Anyway, shots were dead even, 29 each. Face-offs, 55-45 in favor of Winnipeg. Power plays, they were ugly today. 0 for 7 for Winnipeg and 0 for 3 for Ottawa. There was one shorthanded goal, so shorthanded teams did better than the power play teams in this game. Penalty minutes, 27-19 in favor of Ottawa. Well, I wouldn't say in favor of, but Ottawa had the lead with that one. Hits, 51-14 in favor of Ottawa. Ottawa was throwing a lot of weight out there today because 51 hits to 14. Holy cow! I know they're the home team and it's probably skewed a bit, but still 51. Holy crud! Blocks 17-10 in favor of Ottawa. Giveaways 17-5. Ottawa was 17. Probably what killed them in this game. I didn't get to catch a whole lot of this game, but it probably did not help. Hellebuck had 28 saves for 966 save percentage. Matt Murray started the game, 22 saves, 846 save percentage. He was replaced by Hogberg, 3 saves, and a 1,000 save percentage. 3 stars, Connor Hellebuck, 28 for 29 on the shots against, and 966 save percentage. Was one shot away from that shutout. One shot, man. Mark Scheifele, 1 goal, 1 assist, plus 2, 21 minutes of time on ice. Honestly, I think from what I saw, it looked like he had the best game of his, I was about to say career, the best game of his season so far. So that's good to see him starting to heat up, especially with Line being out. Definitely does not hurt the offense. Nikolai Ehlers, goal and assist, he had a great game. Plus 1, 17-31 in time on ice. Honestly, I think Ehlers could have been the first star, truthfully. But anyways, Tampa Bay versus Columbus. This one, Tampa Bay won 3-2 in overtime. Alright, scoring started 21 seconds in. Oliver Bjorkstrand scored his second of the year from Max Domi. So, very quickly got that first goal, which helps a team that is struggling right now, like Columbus. Alright, second period though. Blake Coleman, second of the year from Ryan McDonough and Yanni Gourde. 17:56, Matthew Joseph from Ryan McDonough and Anthony Cirelli. That is Joseph's second goal. Sorry, I forgot to say that. So they're now up 2-1. Third period, 47 seconds in. Nick Foligno second on the power play from Oliver Bjorkstrand and Cam Atkinson. And then at 10:35 of the third, Nick Foligno and Luke Shen fought. I have not been able to find that fight video yet, so I'm not sure how that fight went. Alright, then 156 overtime, Braden Point's second of the year from Victor Hedman and Steven Stamkos. And that is the game winner right there. Obviously, since it was a goal in overtime. Shots, 37-25 in favor of Tampa. Faceoffs, 55-45 in favor of Columbus. Power play 0 for 1 for Tampa and 1 for 4 for Columbus. Penalty minutes, 13 for Tampa, 7 for Columbus. Hits, 29-19 in favor of Tampa. Blocks, 13-12 in favor of Columbus. Giveaways, 9-6. Tampa with 9. Goalies, Vasilevsky had 23 saves for 920 save percentage, and Korpisalo 34 saves for 919 save percentage. 3 stars, Braden Point is number 1. He had a game-winning goal in overtime, the only goal he had in the game. +1 and 19 minutes of time on ice. Oliver Bjorkstrand, 1 goal, 1 assist, +1, 18 minutes, 33 seconds of time on ice. Had another good game. He's had a good season so far, one of the few Blue Jackets you can say it for. 3, Ryan McDonough, 2 assists, +2, and 24 minutes, 56 seconds of time on ice. Alright, on to New Jersey versus the New York Islanders. This one, the Islanders won 4-1. Definitely a game I'm sure New Jersey had Blackwood in. If you haven't seen the news, he was put on COVID protocol, so he's out for however long it's going to take for him to get off of that. But that's a huge loss for this New Jersey team that honestly had played really well up to this point. I mean, they still weren't absolutely destroyed or anything like that, but I mean, their starting goalie now is Scott Wedgwood, so good luck. Anyways, on to the scoring. Matthew Barzal, second of the year at 4:43 of the first from Josh Bailey and Noah Dobson. 19:39 of the first, Jordan Eberle's first of the year from Anders Lee and Matthew Barzal. Second period, New Jersey brings it to within 1. Nathan Bastian's first from Ty Smith. Ty Smith's had a good start to his season, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that yet. Third period, 156 in, Jordan Eberle second for Noah Dobson and Matthew Barzal. Dobson's had a good start too, honestly. 5:16 in, Brock Nelson second, a power play goal from Nick Leddy and Jean-Gabriel Pageau. So, like I said, this was not like a complete blowout. It's just I think the problem was the goalie just wasn't up to par. Anyways, 35-31 shots in favor of the Islanders. Face-offs, that definitely hurt the Devils. 63-37 in favor of the Islanders. That's a bad face-off percentage. Power play 0 for 1 for New Jersey and 1 for 3 for the New York Islanders. Penalty minutes 6 for the Devils and 2 for the Islanders. Hits 24-21 in favor of New Jersey. Blocks 22-14 in favor of the Islanders. Giveaways 11 each. Goalies, like I said, Wedgwood, 31 saves, 886 save percentage. I mean, he wasn't god-awful, that's for sure, but probably missed a couple that Blackwood probably would not have. Varlamov, 30 saves, 968 save percentage. Had a great game again. Matthew Barzal, first star of the game, 1 goal, 2 assists, +1, and 18:43 time on ice. Definitely his best game of the year so far. Jordan Eberle, 2 goals, even, and 16:58 time on ice. Honestly, I think that's the first time I've seen his name on the score sheet. I really do think it is. It definitely was his first 2 goals. I don't know about assists, but goals, it was his first 2. Noah Dobson, 2 assists, +1, and 20 minutes, 24 seconds of time on ice. He looks like he's going to be a solid defender for them. For dang sure, that's going to be a good ad for them. And cheap for the next couple of years, I think. Alright, Flyers versus Boston Bruins. Bruins won in shootout. Alright, this game, first period, nothing. Second period, Philly jumps up to a 2-goal lead. At 6:17 into the first, Claude Giroux's first of the year. Power play goal from Ivan Provorov. 17:37, James Van Riemsdyk's second from Jakub Voracek and Kevin Hayes. And that's it for a second period. Then third period, the scoring explodes even further. Boston comes back. 57 seconds in. Jack Studnicka, I think is how you say his name. Studnicka? I think. Studnicka? I don't know. One of those two. His first of the year from David Krejci and Nick Ritchie. Then 2:06 into third, Boston ties the game. Charlie Coyle's first from Craig Smith. First point as a Bruin for Craig Smith and Kevin Miller. Alright, then at 7:13, Philly takes the lead again. Travis Sanheim's first from Jakub Voracek and Nolan Patrick. Then at 13:22, Boston ties it again. Nick Ritchie's second, a power play goal from Patrice Bergeron and David Krejci. 15:18, Boston takes the lead. Brandon Carlos first from Matt Grzelcyk and Brad Marchand. Then at 16:28, Philly ties it. James Van Riemsdyk's third, a power play goal from Jakub Voracek and Kevin Hayes. This one went to shootout, and the only goal scored in the shootout was Jake DeBrusk, and he gets the game winner. Boston looks like they dominated most of the play, almost outshot the Flyers by 20. 43-26 in favor of Boston. They killed them in the faceoff dot too, 63-37 in favor of Boston. Philly had a better power play, 2 for 5, where Boston was 1 for 3. I mean, I think percentage-wise they're close, but still 2 power play goals to 1. Penalty minutes, 10-6, Boston with 10. Hits, 24-21 in favor of Boston. Blocks, 15-9 in favor of Philly. Giveaways, 8-5, Philly with 8. Carter Hart, 39 saves, 907 save percentage. Tuukka Rask, 22 saves, 846 save percentage. Jake DeBrusk, first star of the game, shootout winning goal, even, and 18:07 of time on ice. Nick Ritchie, 1 goal, 1 assist, +1, and 15 minutes, 22 seconds of time on ice. Then Tuukka Rask, 22 saves, or 22 shots. No, it's 22 saves. Why am I saying shots? Wow, that's supposed to be saves. So, 22 saves for 26 shots against. 846 save percentage. Alright, Montreal versus Vancouver. Second game of a back-to-back. And Montreal won 7-3. Alright, this one began in the first period. Tyler Toffoli continues killing his former team from last season. His 4th goal of the year, 4th in the second game now against Vancouver. That has to hurt. From Joel Armia. Then at 3:20, Vancouver ties it. Bo Horvat's 4th from Tyler Myers and Nils Hoglander. Then at 5:27, Joel Armia's first of the year, shorthanded from Tyler Toffoli. Alright, then 7:13, Bo Horvat's 5th of the year, power play goal from JT Miller and Quinn Hughes. Second period, Tyler Toffoli's 5th goal of the year, 6th point in these 2 games against Vancouver. He had 1 assist before this matchup with Vancouver. 1 point, 1 assist. Now he has 5 goals and 2 assists. Against his former team, too. Shorthanded goal for Tyler Toffoli at 1:13 of the second from Joel Armia. Then at 14:56, Josh Anderson's 3rd from Nick Suzuki and Jonathan Drouin. 15:05, Jake Evans' 2nd from Paul Byron and Arturi Lehkonen. 16:30, Joel Armia's 2nd from Kasperi Kakaniemi. Then in the third period, 4:56, Brandon Sutter's 1st of the year from Tyler Myers and Brogan Rafferty, who is replacing the injured Travis Hamonic. Hamonic was placed on IR today, so he'll be out for a few games at least. 18:55, Ben Sherratt. I always want to say Chariot. It's Sherratt is how it's pronounced. I know that one. Power play goal from Jeff Petrie and Tomas Tatar. And they were on that power play because Tyler Myers of the Vancouver Canucks got a match penalty for hit to the head earlier, just a few minutes before that. He hit Joel Armia along the boards, and I did look it up, and from what I saw, he did jump in. He did lift his shoulder into him, which is what you're supposed to do when you check somebody. You're supposed to lift your shoulder. To me, it didn't look like he jumped. It didn't look like he purposely went after the head. To me, it looked more like he's 6'7". Or 6'8". He's not a small person. I mean, it's like when Zdeno Chara hits someone like let's say he hits, who's a small person in this league? The smallest person, Nathan Gerby, is like 5'7". I mean, if he hits him, I mean, yeah, you better dang well expect his elbow or shoulder to be hitting him in the head. There's no option. I mean, Tyler Myers isn't a guy with a history of doing this. I mean, they looked it up. So, I mean, the league looked at it because they have to now, the new rules from, I think it was last season. They have to look at every 5-minute major. So, they looked at it. They said it was a 5-minute major. Okay, we'll see if any supplemental discipline comes from it. I mean, generally with a 5-minute match penalty, you're guaranteed at least a game. So, he'll get suspended, but I'm trying to be unbiased here. And to me, it looked more like just a bigger guy putting a hit on a smaller guy. I mean, Joel Armia isn't small, but Myers still has about 6-7 inches on the guy. I mean, when you're 6'8", it's not hard to be bigger than somebody. I mean, the average height of the league, I believe, is like 6'1", 6'2". So, right there, if he's average size, that's 5 to 7 inches, depending on the thickness of his skates. Or how tall his skates are, I should say, not thickness. So, that's my 5 cents. Like I said, I could be wrong. I mean, it's hard to tell intent. I mean, anybody who works in law would tell you, what is it, 9/10 of the law is intent. So it's basically you got to guess what the intent was. And to me, I thought it was more to do with size than anything else. I mean, he probably didn't need to lay a hit like that on that late in a game where you're being blown out. That's probably why they gave him 5 minutes more than anything else. Because they knew if they gave him 2 and he came back out, it probably would spark a brawl. But it is what it is. Unfortunately, Armia was injured. I mean, they've already said that he has a concussion and will be out for a little while. So that's unfortunate. Hopefully he gets back because Armia had a great game today. He really did. And it's unfortunate. I really hope that he gets better. But we'll see what comes from it. That's just one person's perspective. You have a different one, that's perfectly fine. Because if you're a Canadiens fan, probably the dirtiest hit since Zdeno Chara putting Max Pacioretty into the corner of the boards there. Or that glass in the middle, but that separates the benches. I forget what they call it. The stanchion. Sorry. Yeah, so it is what it is. Everybody's going to look at it differently. So look at how you want. That's perfectly fine. You disagree, put it in the comments. Just be kind. That's all I got to say. Be nice. All right, moving on. Montreal just absolutely dominated this game. 42 shots to 17 in favor of Montreal. 51-49 in the faceoffs. Unfortunately, the one downside to their game, they were 1 for 9 on the power play. You got 9 power plays, and you only scored once out of those 7 goals on the power play. And it was at the very end of the game. All right, then 1 for 5 for Vancouver. Penalty minutes, 26 to 12. Vancouver with 26, obviously with a match penalty and the game misconduct coming with it. Hits, 24-17 in favor of Vancouver. Blocks, 18-5 in favor of Vancouver. Giveaways, 9-2. Vancouver with the lead. My one question is, out of the 24 hits, did the hit from Myers count on Armia as a hit, or was that not because it was a hit to the head? Wonder how they count that. I actually don't know that. I wonder. But goalies, Jake Allen, 14 saves, 824 save percentage, and Demko, 35 saves, 833 save percentage. He was in for every goal. Ouch. 3 stars. Joel Armia, like I said, he had a great game before he got hurt there at the end. 2 goals, 2 assists, +3, and 11:44 time on ice. Bo Horvat, 2 goals, -1, and 16:45 of time on ice. And Tyler Toffoli, 2 goals, 1 assist, +4, and 18-11 in time on ice. Another great game against his former team. That's 5 goals and assists in the 2-game series. I'm sure Vancouver is right now saying, crap, I gotta play him 6 more times. Fudge. I'm sorry, Vancouver fans. I don't mean to make fun of you, but your team did not play well tonight. Let's be honest. I think everybody can agree on that. Alright, anyways. Sorry, Vancouver fans, but the truth hurts sometimes. I'm sorry. I'm a Ducks fan. My team has barely won 1 game. Alright. Colorado versus LA. LA won this one 4-2, even though Colorado started out great. 4:49 into the first. Mikko Rantanen's third of the year for Nathan MacKinnon. 19:15, Nathan MacKinnon's second power play goal from Cale Makar and Mikko Rantanen. So, it's at this point that Colorado's offense just disappeared. I don't know. I didn't get to catch this game. I've been trying to get my daughter to go to sleep for most of that game. So, I did not get to catch most of it. But from what it looks like, at least here in the goals area, that offense just kind of died out, or the LA goaltender, Jonathan Quick, was having a hell of a game. It was one or the other. All right, second period, 3:35 in, Drew Doughty, first of the year, power play goal from Anze Kopitar and Jeff Carter, brings it within 1. That's 17:50 the second. Gabriel Velarde, second of the year, power play goal from Dean Walker, and Dean Walker, what? That's not Dean, it's supposed to be Sean Walker. Why did I put a D? Sorry if you're an LA fan there. That's supposed to be an S. Let's block that off. Sean Walker and Andreas Athanasiou. And my mouse cursor disappeared. Darn. Third period, 16:04 in. Adrian Kempe second from Anze Kopitar and Alex Iafallo. That would be the game-winning goal right there. 19:18, Blake Lizotte second from Trevor Moore. So, like I said, if you saw the News of the Day video, this was the first game for Bowen Byram. No points. I think he played like 11 odd some minutes. Because they played 7 defenders. And I think, who was the other one? Was it Connor Timmins? I think his first name was Connor. But he played as well. And he had like 8 minutes of time on ice. So they kind of just split that 6th defender spot. Shots on goal. 27-26 in favor of LA. I don't think I would have picked LA to outshoot Colorado, honestly. Colorado won the faceoffs, 54-46. Colorado's power play, 1 for 4. LA, 2 for 5 on the power play. Penalty minutes, 10-8. Colorado with 10. Hits, 15-14 in favor of LA. Blocks, 19-15 in favor of LA. And giveaways, 8-5. LA with 8. Alright, so Colorado started a new goalie. I honestly have never heard of this guy. Miska is his last name, or Mishka. I'm not sure how he says it. 23 saves, 885 save percentage. Quick, 24 saves, 923 save percentage. So, obviously, rookie going against a very long-time veteran with 2 Stanley Cups to his name. I mean, not always is it going to end up in the veteran's name advantage, but this time it did. Alright, first star, Jonathan Quick, 24 for 26 on the shots against. It's supposed to be save shots against. I don't know why I keep putting shots. I'll fix that next video. 923 save percentage. Number 2, Drew Doughty, 1 goal, +1, and 30 minutes, 31 seconds of time on ice. That's literally, he played half the game. Nathan MacKinnon, 1 goal, 1 assist, -1, and 23 minutes, 9 seconds of time on ice. Where'd you go in the second and the third, MacKinnon? Alright. Sorry, Colorado fans. I was kind of surprised. That makes your team 2-2 now. What is happening? Everybody picked them to win. This is the being picked to win curse. It's like Washington for like 10 years straight, or San Jose for 10 years straight. It's like both of them were always picked to be like the top 2 teams, and neither one made the finals for the most part. Hopefully, Colorado does not follow through with that, because honestly, I picked them to win, so I really don't want to look stupid. So, come on, Colorado, get into it. You gotta do better than that. It's LA, at least. God, you gotta be better against LA. Anyways, Sorry, Colorado fans. Hopefully it turns around here pretty quick for you. I think it will. I think it's just early season jitters personally, and there's a lot of pressure on the team, so hopefully they find a way to relax. Anyways, thank you for watching. If you are watching this and you're a subscriber, thank you for subscribing. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. Help this channel out. Help me out. And hit that notification bell to be notified when I drop the next video, because I'm dropping at least one, maybe two a day at this point. Depends on the news cycle for the day. But other than that, make sure to like, comment, share, and I will see you all next video. Bye, everybody.